Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever we happen to find you this good evening. We find the scene set within the Woodland Cemetery. A apparent cemetery that sees a lot of activity since a certain ravager went ahead and started to pilfer some graves for some ungodly known reason. But then again, that apparent ravager was a devourer, so yeah, comes with the territory. In any case, we open the scene up on this fine Wednesday afternoon on a small collection of individuals who have been brought together by one known as Josh Rain. Josh Rain has gone ahead and reached out to Lily, as well as Daniel, as well as Timio, about the possibility of discovering a lost artifact, a lost relic that could help them when they decide to plunge the deeps of whatever the hell is in New Jersey, specifically the pit to hell. We begin our scene just within the cemetery gates. It is a cool afternoon, despite the hot season. Apparently, the warmth has gone out of this day. A cool breeze flows over the headstones, across the mausoleums, across the lawns, and the trees just sort of give a slight sway. Nothing too awfully dramatic, but a slight sway. Josh Rain, for his part, is currently closing the gates behind him with a fairly ornate iron key, just clicking it into place, just so that they have the rest of the garden, as it were, to themselves. And there we begin our scene.
Lily looks around. He's like, so, how did you find this out? She's looking at Josh.
I went ahead and found this out after some activity occurred here. Apparently somebody decided to go rooting around in the mausoleum, and they discovered something there. Or at least they vandalized the place a lot. Came back with one of the magi as well to look it up. Apparently there was some kind of banshee in the mausoleum, keeping spirits there. We went ahead and exercised that thing. But when we did, we went ahead and traveled further into the realms of the dark, and we found something there. We found what looked like a... I can't really describe it to you at the moment, but it seemed as if somebody had written in the wall a lot of the history of this particular relic. Name of Haven's Light, actually. And there happened to be some kind of circle, some kind of large gate thing. And I believe that's a trod, or a pathway deeper into darkness.
So one of the lanterns is here, huh?
It's very possible.
What lantern? What it does, what it's used for?
See it as a light that will guide your way around the other realms.
Ooh.
In particular, as he looks to Josh, our realm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Yes, I suppose we should go. How we go?
There's definitely a passageway through the mausoleum proper in this world down into the lower depths, but for the last jump, that's going to have to go ahead and rely on me. However, I just wanted to make sure that you guys were all prepared. I told you that you might be trekking for quite some time in some hostile territory.
Okay, so we need to do some tracking. Can do.
No, I, you, the Shadowlands is a very dangerous place. So, like, I know that I've taken you there sometimes for a quick travel, but we're not going into the Shadowlands. We're going very deep. We're going through a trod to someplace I don't know. So it's better to be prepared.
It's not a place full of dead people.
How do we prepare for a place that we, at least I don't know about? What do I need to do?
One sec. Daniel will close his eyes. Somebody could roll 4 dice for me.
Yes, I can. Give me one second.
He's activating Dead Reckoning.
With my luck, I know that this will end horrible, but here you go. Oh, you got 4 successes with amazing numbers.
Wow.
9969.
Yes. I'm rocking Dead Reckoning. Daniel will open his eyes again. Okay, I'm a bit more prepared now.
Let's see.
Any particular details about the Trod itself? Not the realm, but the Trod?
Okay. From what I can tell, the entrance of the Trod happens to be some kind of circle, or at least that's how it's represented in our side. It's a circle with various runes around it. I believe if you went ahead and dialed it, you could open it up. I went ahead and did some small amount of research on it and tested it out a little bit. You dial it, it seems to open a pathway. On our side, it seems pretty bright. Or from what I can tell, the other side was just completely black and dark.
Yeah.
I went ahead and did some more investigation as well, just stepping ever so slightly into it to reach out my senses. And from what I could hear and from what I could sense, there seemed to be an awful lot of moaning and an awful lot of space and distance as well. There seems to be quite a number of restless souls on the other side, but they seemed wrong. They seem black. Blacker than the blackest sin you could think of, actually. Because that's what really ticked me off. They felt tormented.
I don't think my animals will survive in there, right?
Nothing can survive in there. It's the Deadlands.
Exactly.
I would recommend not to bring something that has a soul.
Ouch.
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry, a mortal soul. That's better.
Maybe this sounds like a stupid idea, but perhaps we need something that we need to make sure that we're all staying together, like a rope or something like that.
A rope.
Yeah, if we don't know where exactly we're going, there's a chance that something might split us up. If we have a rope, we could make sure we're staying together.
But a rope also hampers our maneuverability, so if something attacks us, especially the two in the middle, we'll have more difficulty to dodge an attack.
This is also true. Does anybody know if walkie-talkies work?
Electrical phenomena. It's always something to take with us. Come with me. I got a shed out back. And Josh Rain will simply go ahead and walk towards a small little shed. Proceed to open it up. And inside is meticulous sorts of different equipment and gear and the like, but mostly geared towards landscaping.
Just a flashlight? Wouldn't that be if we have like 4 flashlights?
If there's darkness, there's darkness.
Well,
it could work though.
you don't know unless you try.
Is this also true?
You see Josh Rain go ahead and produce several glow sticks.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to suggest either that or oil lamps because I don't think that electrical gear will work over there.
We could also try both.
Yep,
But who has an oil lamp this time of the day, this age?
Antique shops?
They are extremely expensive.
This is also true.
Says the one with the largest paycheck, probably.
Hey, I'm paying for a wedding with a. It seems to be a royal changeling. Leave me alone.
That's your fault.
Well, technically yes. And he will look at poor Xavier and go like, "You never get married, not yet. You are too young." And probably she's also. Oh, and by the way, I need to meet Jade. You promised me to present Jade and you never had. Why?
Because stuff. Artemia.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to start following you when you're going to see her? I can do that. Oh, Lily, you didn't know. I think our young Harlequin is in love.
Yeah, I know. It's old.
Shut it! Daniel will just put the hood from his hoodie up. Stop.
You know, we could just have a little bird tracking down.
Can we talk about poor Daniel's love life after we're not all dead?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Oh, don't die. If you die, Jade will be, I think.
I'm not planning on dying. Thank you very much.
Right,
Good.
so we have light options. Do we have like candles or oil lamps over here, Josh?
This is what fake dice are for. Nope.
Nope. Wow.
You have, when you go over and try to look for lighting apparatuses, you go ahead and find those big lawn lights that run off electricity. Not necessarily a battery, even, just a straight output.
Okay.
Find a generator there, too.
Yeah, are we really gonna walk around with a generator?
I was just telling you what was there.
I know, and I'm telling the rest of the group, are we really gonna walk with this?
No.
Okay, so no light. We don't have light.
Not even flashlights.
And again, you see Josh Rain producing several glow sticks.
I think glow sticks are the best option, yeah.
Yeah.
How many glow
Can you
sticks?
grab one of the glow sticks?
How many glow sticks does Josh have?
Hold on a second. Josh Rain will simply go ahead and put his bag on the ground and simply say, I'm going to disappear for a second. He disappears.
Sigh. Okay. Well, around the shed, guys. I think it would be handy if we just have rope, not to tie ourselves up, but for something. Rope is always good.
Right.
Yes. Good point.
There's enough. There's enough mountaineering stuff here. I think. Why does he have this stuff? Never mind.
I don't know. Anyone wants a pitchfork?
Sure. Why not?
Okay, catch.
Whoa. Thanks.
Right, what else is here? Why is this mostly for gardening? I don't have anything. No use. Water hose.
Daniel will simply lay down the pitchfork. He says, no.
Hey, it's one of the most useful things I can see around here.
Alright. It will take Josh at least 10 minutes to go ahead and reappear. And when he does so, he goes ahead and appears out of blue with a giant bag of stuff.
Yes.
This giant bag of stuff he goes ahead and lays at your feet.
The
Zips
demonic-
it. Yeah, the demonic murder bag. Goes ahead and zips it open, and inside you see what appears to be hammers, flashlight, electric lanterns, water bottles, some type of bundle that seems about a foot by foot by foot. It seems to have a quick release cord as well. Further inside, you find a small packet of what seems to be granola bars and water bottles as well. And he looks to all of you and says, "That's what I picked up at a camping store." As he goes ahead and produces what appears to be a disposable camera and a video recorder camera as well.
Awesome.
Well, we only need Chuck Norris and we're ready to go.
I don't think he's gonna pop up, but nice idea. Just one question: do we have like these kind of fireworks that you
Flares?
yeah, flares? That might be very useful in there. Are they in your backpack?
Josh Rain just goes ahead and shakes his head. No, I don't buy those.
Darn. Well, then we'll
That's
do
what
it
I got
without.
glow sticks for.
Okay. So glow stick if you're in any kind of immediate.
Or the glow sticks to light the frickin' way, because darkness.
So you're gonna walk ahead and place the
Yeah.
glow sticks.
What do you
Never
want to-
mind. We're just gonna go. Just give me one moment. Let's see. Nope. Fucking hell. Right. I'll try next turn.
Which is in 3 seconds, and it's next turn.
And I just realized I only have 3 dice to roll, so it's a good thing this thing failed. Yay. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Activating low torment, chameleon skin, increased dex, and thick height. Not activating the class just yet.
Who takes the bag? Full of stuff.
Well, either the strongest one or the one who is least capable of fighting.
Daniel races that I have no idea how to fight. I can only touch stuff and make it decay.
In that case, you carry the bag.
Woohoo! For once, the good doctor is useful.
Danny will put the bag on his back.
What's your strength?
One.
Oh.
You fall to the fucking ground.
Okay. Artemia will go pick up the. I have strength too, so pick up the bag. Yeah.
What's your strength?
2.
It feels very, 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 very heavy, and it weighs you down quite significantly. But if you want to roll it,
Oh no.
you said it.
No. He will just take 2 steps and shove that bag onto Lily's hands.
Josh will go ahead and take it for himself.
Oh god. I don't mind carrying it if need be, but I think I would be more useful in, well, you know.
Well, in any case, we don't. Can your claws rip out spirits?
I don't know actually. We'll find out.
Then carry the heavy stuff and let the Death Lords over here take care of killing things this time.
Fine.
Oh, and we also need to talk about killing things. You and me.
Talk about killing things. Okay,
Yes.
later.
Daniel will
Yes.
look at Josh. Why do they immediately presume that we're gonna kill spirits?
I don't know. They must be crazy and insane.
I quite
He
agree.
did!
Why? What? I don't understand why they're so obsessed with death. It's
I,
literally the one thing you don't want to be obsessed over.
no, it puts such a damper on your existence.
Exactly. It's insane. Why in the world would you want to go out and murder somebody at random just
Right.
for shits and
So,
giggles? It's insane.
can we just put the Halaku philosophies behind us, Josh? Hand me over the
No.
bag, as you two are the experts in this realm. Whether it's for killing or not, you guys are the experts.
We're going to
So
a
you don't
realm.
want our philosophy, but you want us to do the legwork. That's very interesting.
Yes. Go. Start the legwork.
Well, we can ponder about stuff for hours and hours, but you were just saying that we couldn't talk about Daniel's love life in here. But apparently we can philosophize about death and, life or something for hours and hours.
We were just
Shall we just
commenting about
keep
the
going?
fact that you would want to kill spirits who did nothing to
I
you.
do not want to kill spirits. I'm just looking at the worst possible scenario and I'm going from there.
There's a
If
People,
smirk.
nothing,
people,
if we
people.
There's a smirk on Daniel's face while this entire conversation is going
People
on.
and Lily.
excuse you.
Yes, you're sorry. Can
Okay.
we go ahead?
Yes, that's what I was trying to say. Let's get on with it.
Fair enough. Josh will actually go ahead and take the huge bundle bag. It says camping on the side of it, and permanent marker, as well as some duct tape. Goes ahead and leaves the shack and proceeds right towards the mausoleum, in fact, of the Woodlawn Cemetery. Proceeds to go ahead and look at the lock, produce the same key that you realize is much too big for this particular lock. But apparently, in Josh's skilled hand, it just goes ahead and smoothly slides right into the right place, and with a tiny flick of the wrist, the lock goes ahead and opens completely and utterly to him. At which point he just goes ahead and takes the chain off from the door and opens the mausoleum proper. Inside the mausoleum, on the right side at least, there happens to be a huge wall full of plaques of the different interned individuals with dates ranging from the 1800s to the 1900s, all the way up to the modern day. It seems like this particular place has seen at least a century worth of activity. And on the left happens to be quite a few candelabras. And by that I mean huge stands of wax candles that seem to not be lit now, but had been lit in the past. You can definitely see the deformation of the candles on quite a few number of them, as below the candelabras are a few spots of wax where the wax went ahead and overflew just a little bit. Further down into the corridor happens to be a small crucifix on the side of the wall with stained glass. The particular angle of the setting sun, and I say setting sun, I should say afternoon sun, goes ahead and shines quite perfectly through that stained glass and proceeds to blind Lily in the face.
Okay, who has some sunglasses?
Nobody here.
Nope.
Ah, man. Okay. Fine. Shall we continue quickly? Because I really don't like that light.
You could simply scoot out of the way.
Yeah. Which way? I don't see anything.
Take 2 steps to your right.
Exactly. Okay.
I hate red
What do you
dice.
do?
Lore of Realms. Checking for anything in particular.
Alright, how many dice?
7,
Yes, sir.
with a special
Gotcha.
team being insightful.
I'll go ahead and give it to you at difficulty 5, since this is a, I should say difficulty 4. Good enough. Since you know that this is a mausoleum, and since you know that many generations, or at least centuries, not centuries, but decades of just inhabitants have gone into this particular place, you realize that the gauntlet is fairly thin here. You go ahead and pierce through it, and what you see on the other side happens to be the same corridor, but at the other end, well, behind you, you definitely at least hear quite a commotion, quite a ruckus, and before you, you see a number of odd individual spirits go ahead and rush up and down. It seems like they're all in a fucking hurry, as before you, towards the other end of the hall, there happens to be a huge structure that seemed to have erected itself overnight. You look at it and it seems like a giant sort of cathedral structure made in the Gothic style that proceeds to clash rather violently with the rest of the environment. You understand that the physical world is here, the lands of the quick are here, but the lands of the dead, they seem to overrun this place.
Daniel will just point at the point where he sees the cathedral. Construction workers. Weird. Okay. So, how do
You
we...
guide our friend. Go ahead.
How do we proceed from here?
Well, we're going to go into the tomb. And Josh Rain just proceeds to walk down the corridor, where he goes ahead and takes a left. And on the left, there happens to be a set of stairs, at which point he just simply goes ahead and disappears down.
Cool. Zoop.
Yeehaw.
Following the halacus.
Following the Halkus. The Halkus go ahead and make their way down the particular sets of stairs that lead them into a small atrium of sorts. It's an atrium beyond an atrium, which seems rather confusing, but there happens to be an iron gate between you and what appears to be a dirt-covered floor. Josh himself produces the same skeleton key, goes ahead and slides it into the lock, at which point the lock just goes ahead and opens.
Dandy the lucky.
And they proceed inwards. Would people like to make a perception awareness check right now?
Yay!
Yay! It's side-based?
No, it's not sight-based. Supernatural-based.
Austin, if you could roll 7 dice for me, please.
Gotcha. Yeah.
2 successes.
Woo! 5 successes.
Shoelaces.
Lily is completely and utterly out of her element. She doesn't understand what's going on, and she doesn't perceive the slight pulse. Artemio, with 2 successes, you're able to tell that, Okay, yeah. You're able to tell that something around here in this general vicinity is pulsing with a very, very primal element. it's not necessarily, actually, you could only equate it as some sort of faith, but it's a faith not in you. It's a faith in some sort of symbol, some sort of
It does.
representation of one of these objects around here.
It does reminds me to the fate that the monster in Mars used from the population he had kidnapped.
No, that was more demonic and monstrous faith. That was fueled by desperation and anger and pain and suffering. This is a different flavor of it. This is more
Okay.
just a statement of fact, as if these particular objects here were much more present, much
Mhm.
more real. Daniel, with your amount of successes, you understand that there's one particular enclave here that seems interesting. In this particular chamber, there is the earthen floor, but there also happens to be enclaves along the walls where there happen to be plaques and coffins inside. And one of which, Daniel, catches your attention just right away. It seems very, very strong, as if there's some sort of statement being said here underneath that particular coffin. And that statement is, "You will stay." At least that's what you translate it to.
Daniel will walk over to said enclave and he'll just look at it, stare at it, and look over it a couple of times.
When you do so, okay. With these amount of successes, I'll just go ahead and give it to you. As you approach that particular enclave, there happens to be a coffin there, and it looks like there's been some damage to it, some recent scuff marks, in fact. You go ahead and read the plaque. It says, Jessica Slacks. And when you get closer and closer to that particular coffin, you start to hear things, not with your ears, but with your second sight, the supernatural awareness that you have. You hear subtle little, but only described as breathing, whispers, whispered breaths, as if somebody is sleeping rather contently and dormantly. And as you get closer, you realize that statement, that bold statement cut into this particular chamber is just right underneath that coffin.
Daniel's gonna turn around and whisper, hey Josh,
Mm-hmm.
can you hear that as well?
Jessica Slacks?
Yeah.
She's sleeping. Don't bother her.
And he'll take a step back and he'll ask, okay, what happened should we bother her?
If we bother her, then we have to deal with her. And then we have to cut her down again and put her to sleep again. And I'm looking at, Artemia over here. Lily, I know, could handle herself into a fight. Or Artemia would be cut to hell.
Hey, don't speak like that. I'm still here.
Like I said, let's not
He's right,
bother
though.
her. Our particular mission doesn't deal with her. It involves something further down into the crypt. As Josh will simply walk past this particular chamber further in.
Daniel will take another look at the enclave and walk behind Josh. Fair enough. Do remind me.
Artemia will follow.
Do remind me that you need to tell me about these things.
Artemia will follow now, like, what was that? What was going to supposedly cut me down? Explain.
That happens to be Jessica Splatt, some type of spirit, some type of dark, malevolent spirit that's been around for quite a number of years. Seems a very, very old. It seems like an old spirit, but Jessica Slacks, the host, happens to be rather new, born in the 1970s. She was a community leader, I believe, having to volunteer work around the Bronx, and then something decided to possess her towards the end of her life and keep the body after she died.
Okay.
She was interred here by what can only be described as, and Josh searched his head for a moment. The Fellowship of St. Giles. They went ahead and interred her here, and then, from what I could tell, inscribed some sort of binding circle just below her coffin to make sure that she stayed there. That's all well and good, but the binding wouldn't have worked unless this thing wasn't here as well. As Josh Rain just proceeds to invoke his highest level of realms, breaking the barrier between this world and the next world with a glowing light from his fingertips. He goes ahead and creates a large door frame in this particular catacomb, at which point the cold winds of death go ahead and roll over the congregated party as Josh Rain, without skipping a beat, goes ahead and just walks in.
Daniel just says, feels like home.
I want to go to my home, and he will slowly follow.
Stop whining, and she just gives him a very small shove in the back. Really small. Not to push him over or anything, but...
It's full of dead people and death!
Oh, come on.
Right then.
Artemia, I'll hold your hand if you really want to.
Yeah, better not. You touch Jay with that hand, and I don't know what kind of things do those mages do. So I will just follow you from a safe distance.
Fine.
Right. When you enter this particular gateway that Josh has gone ahead and created, you enter into much the same type of corridor, but it seems especially tall. You see the same sort of enclaves, you see the same sort of plaques, but they seem to reach far, far into these, just above you. They seem to stretch for at least 100 yards or so above you, in front of you, and you seem to be within a some sort of a crossway. To your left and to your right is the same corridor filled with plaques, names, dates, years, bodies, coffins, rotting bodies. And Josh Raines continues to walk on. Doesn't take you much longer until Josh Rain finds the particular enclave that he is looking for. He'll simply go ahead and walk in. And if I can get it right quick. Right. You go ahead and walk in. This is a much smaller chamber than the one that you're used to outside. It's rather big. It seems to hold this structure. It's some sort of circle with markings all along the edge of it that you can't quite place. They seem to speak to you on some subconscious primal level that you are attuned to. You can't quite place it. Daniel, you can only surmise from the various symbols here because it's more familiar to you than to the others, but it's still off.
Can I roll legacy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, 8 dice. Somebody, help me.
I got it. Well, that's one success with the difficulty I was going to set for you.
Okay.
Right. You know this to be a pathway. In ages gone by, You recognize that this is the particular craftsmanship of some fairly enigmatic halaku. It's one of the first gates that they created. They made it out of the perfect circle first, simply because that was the most familiar symbol that they had. And the runes along the inside of it seems to be the prototype of the first languages that they hoped these spirits would go ahead and learn. It's not necessarily Enochian, because that would be the most primal language that anybody could understand, but it seems to be a very, very simple concept of letters and characters. And actually, Artemio, you get something else.
Okay.
You recognize one word. And the only reason you recognize this one word is because you, my good sir, created that word a long, long time ago to express a great feeling, a wonderful feeling that you are responsible for, that you still believe inspires people today, and you celebrate every single day that you see it. You see one word. Loved.
Yeah, I'm going forward to that word.
Okay, how do you approach it?
That's the question. Yeah, Artemio will look at Daniel. I need to get there. How we get there?
Oh, so sorry. Well, I was distracted by something.
I need to get there. How do we get there?
What the?
He turns to Josh. I need to get there. How do we get there?
I don't know why you are so suddenly eager to go ahead
There
and
is
go
there is something that belongs to me there. I need to get there.
Okay, what belongs to you?
A word.
Which word?
Love. It's written there. I can see it. I can read it.
At which point, Josh just goes ahead, takes a picture of the runes, and goes ahead and says, "All right, we took a picture. Now they have it forever."
Thank you. He grabs mine. And now I wonder how they wrote that there and why.
There's something in the back of my mind, but I can't quite catch it.
Poke harder?
Yeah, I really can't. I'll have to come back here later when we're done with what we're actually going to do here.
Well, why something I created is here?
Josh just looks at you and says, "You mean those runes? It's a word."
Yeah, but what I mean is how they did know how to. And you
Josh
see
just
him.
looks at you for a very, very long time and simply says, "Do you think the last house had no love?"
And he will look at Josh and go like, "I actually don't know."
The ignorance of some houses. Josh goes ahead and shakes his head. Right.
He will return the look and, "Oh, I'm sorry, you so might-eyed lord."
Finger.
Can we do the bickering later, guys? Honestly.
And then he walks over to apparently a set of desks and tables. In this chamber, not only is there this giant parent wheel or circle or rim or whatever have you, there also happens to be what appears to be translation tables. At least that's what you can gather. There seems to be quite a number of excavation gear here as well. As Just goes ahead and looks over it again, and says, right, this thing apparently has a few keys to it. One of which is, as Artemio figured out, a loved item, something that's lost and was found again, or at least held some kind of significance. The first time I tested this, I went ahead and used an artifact that I found in the realms of the dead. There has to be other keys to this damn thing. Anybody want to look?
Let's take a look.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look.
All right. I guess this would be intelligence academics. How long are you guys gonna pore over these documents?
Daniel is going to simply sit down and read, and yeah, he's just gonna stick his nose into it like a good student can do.
All right. How many dice do you have for intelligence academics?
6, with a special theme being analytical.
This could help.
Ones. Still 3
Okay.
successes.
It takes you some time. The demons gather can see Daniel go ahead and put his face into the book as he goes ahead and creates his own little notes towards the side. He seems to get frustrated every so often. He actually grabs a piece of paper he's been working on, completely throws it away, until he finds something that works for him. He piggybacks on the ideas that Josh has given him and sort of relates back the idea of some kind of physical key. A physical key. A physical key somewhere that responds to a certain phrase. He looks at the phrase again. He finally squeezes out that final bit of inspiration as he goes ahead and says, Right. I have no idea.
Okay.
Well, that was helpful.
But apparently Daniel got something.
We
In
need
the
to
time
look
that he
for.
spent, he got something.
Yeah. Goddamn papers.
You could spend more time.
Yeah, sure. I'll spend a little more time doing this.
Alright, what are the rest of the demons doing?
I think I'm
Oh,
just gonna search the room.
Yep. I will try to think why my word was here, and I will keep checking the picture we took.
Alright, you go ahead and...
You're so egocentric, Alejandro. Take one for
I'm
the
a
team.
Lamasu.
Yeah, he is.
I'm a Lamasu. Leave me alone. I'm playing my character.
I know you are.
Still, I'm going to go ahead and give Max this one. In any case, continue on. Lily, you go ahead and you take some time to actually examine the chamber a little bit. You come across some chests, actually. When you open the chest, you find out that it holds what appears to be some antiques, some artifacts, a chest plate, as well as a gladius sword, if you were going to guess. Do you pick it up?
Yeah?
Alright, you go ahead and pick up the gladius sword, and you go ahead and swing it around just a little bit. It seems a little bit off balance for you, but then you realize that their particular fighting style is a little bit different to yours. Do you have any melee?
Yeah, I do.
Intelligence melee, please.
Okay.
And this is why we can have nice things.
Because I have
Like a
melee,
ma-
can't have nice things.
Like a malefactor.
What's the difficulty?
Your difficulty was 7.
3 successes.
Okay. With 3 successes, you go ahead and adjust your particular style. It's not necessarily a big, broad, slashing sword that you're used to, either the katana or the shorter knife equivalent that goes with it. It's more of a hacking piece of equipment, something that you would target at the limbs to do maximum damage.
Okay,
Artemio.
I think I can work this.
Yes.
Actually, Max, go ahead and make that next roll for me 6 dice, right?
Yep.
All right.
Once.
The solution eludes you for now.
Yeah. And he crumbles up another piece of paper.
Artemio, you go ahead and look at the word. You go ahead and look at the word for a very, very, very long time in the photograph. And then you swear it's a trick of the eyes, or at least a trick of this particular realm, but the words get bigger in the photograph. For a brief second, you think that they just become more intense with your focus on it. You look away, and then you look back as the picture seems to have zoomed in to the words. And they seem to actually start to bleed into the particular photograph, bleed into the film of the photograph, as around the edges there seems to be a light glow to them, just around this particular symbol that you recognize as the word for loved. It proceeds to burn into you. You actually feel the back of your head, the back of your puny little mortal head, go ahead and set a fire, set a blaze, set a buzz, as if you had too much coffee and are starting to burn out all at once. Or if you had a terrible, terrible hangover, maybe a stamina faith roll at difficulty 9.
Yeah. You said stamina fade, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I have 0 successes.
Okay. You go ahead and give an audible scream. Ah! Your legs start to buckle.
Ow.
What?
Dropping the sword, running towards you.
Lily is running at you with a sword.
No, I said I dropped the sword.
Whoa. Lily's running at me with a sword? Fuck
No!
it.
I dropped the fucking sword. I told you, dropping the sword, running.
Okay, I see giant Lily coming towards me.
Mm-hmm.
Giants?
I will duck and roll away of her path because I still know that she murdered the malefactor. And I'm very afraid that she will murder me for going touching things, so I can roll.
What?
Figure it out.
Yeah, I'm going out of Lily. No, I'm going away of Lily. It's like a little voice on my head is saying, nope, she's coming to kill you.
Is she? You're hiding behind the Daniel who is like writing stuff, and then looks
Basically.
up, looks at Artemia, then looks at Lily.
She wants my picture. Stop her, Daniel.
And then looks again at Artemio.
Daniel, you look at the picture. That's the final piece of the puzzle.
That's it! Oh, give me the picture.
I'm
right here.
so confused.
One second. Okay, then lay it here on the table, next to my notes.
No, it's my picture. What do you want with my word?
Just lay it next to the notes, Artemio.
And he's giving you the evil eye. I swear that if you do something with my picture, I'm going to break the heart of Jade.
You can take a new picture, and I swear to you, if you touch Jade, I will decay your body.
Guys?
Grrr.
Just lay it next to the notes.
He will slowly relinquish the picture. Very, very slowly, keeping his eyes over the picture and in terms over Daniel and Lily.
Artemio, are you okay? What happens?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine.
What happens?
Ah, it's this place. This shouldn't be here. It's weird things happen when you touch this. It
Artemiel, let me tell you something. Eventually, everything will end up here. So don't worry.
and he automatically turns to Daniel and go like, no, 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 no. That will not end here. No.
At which point, Josh just goes ahead and looks over the notes of Daniel, goes ahead and points to the translation that he has made with the missing word. No, Artemio, you're wrong. Everything falls down here. And it's a
And
wonderful thing that it happens, Artemio, you freak. Because if there wasn't any love here, I would be sorely disappointed.
And he will look at Yosh and go like, no, 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 you don't seem to get it. It's not the way it's supposed to work.
How is it supposed to work?
It should keep people alive. It should keep things alive.
Okay.
And loving each other. You couldn't understand. No one in this fucking world can understand it now.
Artemio!
Only me.
Artemio.
What?
Artemio. Picture. Notes. Key. Circle.
And he slams the picture on the table. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you very kindly, my good sir. And Daniel is gonna look at the picture, take the picture, examine the picture, then take his notes, examine the notes, translate it all, and intelligence academics.
No, I'm more than happy to give this one to you at this moment. You go ahead and translate most of everything, and then you quickly realize the key should respond to a key phrase and glow every so slightly. The key phrase being, even though you are gone, you'll be eternally loved.
And he'll write up what he is discovering. Even though you are gone, you will be eternally loved.
And Lily, your bosom starts to glow.
Sorry?
What? What?
Right. Okay, breastplate.
You want to go ahead and see what's glowing?
Yeah.
It's that thing you keep in your bra.
The thing that I do no longer keep in my bra.
For this scene especially, you kept it in your bra.
I gave to the ref for safekeeping.
You did? What was that?
It's in a scene with him.
Well, through the magic of teleportation, at least. The glow comes from someplace else, then. The glow comes from the breastplate over there in that chest. And next time, seriously, tell me these things.
Sorry, I did, actually.
No, you didn't.
Okay, then I plan to do it. In this, okay, I'll tell you now. That key is now with the ref for safekeeping. Sorry.
Alright, fair enough.
Lily walks to the back to the chest and grabs the breastplate and the sword, by the way. Again, because she dropped that. And for fuck's sake, why not? Curiosity killed the cat. She's just gonna put it on.
Right. Actually, you need a soak.
Thought as much. Bring
Stamina, just your stamina.
Just stamina. Okay.
Right. Let particular piece of equipment starts to slowly chill you. In fact, completely chill you to the bone. You feel your skin go ahead and become absolutely numb within this breastplated armor, and you feel your bones actually start to tink a little bit. You actually feel what appears to be tiny little spines, tiny little nerve endings going completely and utterly haywire.
Oh, taking it off.
Roll me a strength. It's now starting to stick to you.
Of course it is. I had not expected anything else. Oh, come on. Yes. Just strength?
Yeah.
Doom.
3 successes.
Okay, with 3 successes, you're able to take the gear off, but as you do so, you have to tear at yourself as well. A nice patch of skin goes ahead and wrestles itself loose from your abdomen, actually, where the bare metal caught your stomach. It retches. There's a rip there as the top layer of your skin very painfully peels off.
Oh my god, it hurts! Oh,
Whoa. Okay. This is the point where Daniel's gonna go low APOC,
Ouch.
and he's gonna walk over to Lily, and Josh brought the whole mountaineering set with him, right?
Yeah, it's on his back, yeah.
Yeah, there should be some first aid in there.
Yes, please.
He goes ahead and ruffles a little bit. He finds apparently some bandages, some aspirin, and some anti-disinfectant.
Okay. Daniel will take those and he'll walk over to Lily. Want me to help you with these?
Well, I think it would work better if someone else puts that on instead of me. It's not that I can't do it, but
Sure.
it's always better.
Sure.
I can assist if you want.
Do you want me to try?
Medicine rolls!
Medicine
Everyone.
rolls. What is your medicine?
My medicine is 3.
Alright. You do intelligence?
4. I'll actually burn a point of willpower because bad things happen if you botch medicine rolls.
Wow.
Yes.
Look at all those successes. Look at all the
is-
successes.
This is not a willpower wasted. This is a willpower well spent.
Oh, yes.
You go ahead and are quickly able to dress the wound much to your satisfaction, as well as making sure that the anti-disinfectant goes in properly. You go ahead and wrap the wound as well, and in fact, you're able to cushion the area around the scab that is starting to develop, such so that it won't hamper her for much of the rest of the scene.
Cool, thanks.
No, that should do the trick. And then he's gonna take a look at the armor, and he's gonna glare at that armor.
Yep.
Yay!
Do you look inside the armor?
I'm gonna. Oh, I'm gonna use some of the bandages that I did not use to actually so I do not directly touch the armor, so I can examine it.
Smart.
Artemia will actually take out his black gloves, his black leather gloves, and pass it to you. And go like, they work better than bandages, I think.
Okay, he's gonna use both.
Okay, fair enough. That's good enough. You go ahead and examine this artifact, this ancient weapon, and this ancient coat of arms, I should say. And you find that inside, just above the breastplate, just above the place where people typically associate with the heart in the chest, you see the inscription, "Though you are lost, you are eternally loved."
Okay. He's gonna take a look around the room and see if anything else is reacting.
Nothing much is reacting, but Joss looks over you and simply says, "Is that an artifact?"
Well, that sure is.
Any particularly strong emotions attached to it?
Perception awareness.
You can.
I don't know if I need to roll for this, but it's probably.
Yeah, you go ahead and give a cursory glance with your supernatural awareness, and you quickly realize that the resonance of this particular artifact is something that was greatly cherished and loved, something that was lost and was tragic to lose.
So love?
Yep.
And then he looks to Artemio.
Artemio looks back and goes like, yes.
And then he looks to the armor.
Okay, yeah.
No. And then he looks to Josh. I think it's love.
Oh, well then throw it in the middle of the circle.
Whoa.
Okay.
No. Don't throw anything. Give me a
And
second.
we'll keep Artemio from interfering.
Puts the armor into the circle, and maybe not even fully capable of carrying it, will try and drag it.
Josh, for his part, is trying to keep Artemio from his own hysterics from interfering with this, as Daniel proceeds to drag/half carry this heavy armor. You feel through the wolf skin, black leather gloves, the cold chill starting to freeze and numb your hands. They start to clamp up just a tiny little bit before you finally go ahead and toss it and make the connection with the circle. At which point the circle will make a noise, make a subtle grinding noise, something that sort of as if stone is moving against stone. As you see the inner circle, just go ahead and start to move, to spin, to twist and turn, and it's a small little channel. And you see the particular points around this circle, this wheel, this parent gate start to light up. Some of the rooms go ahead and light up as well, this pale blue. And when it does, you quickly realize that the entire world around you, its color scheme gets completely and utterly muted. It goes completely monochrome. What was once the bright hair of Lily goes ahead and gets muted quite indefinitely. Artemio's own jacket, its color just go ahead and get muted as well. You look around you, everything's complete grayscale as these small light blue glows start to encapsulate the entire circle. And the wheels spin faster, actually, grinding faster and harder and even louder, starting to drown out every single noise in this entire chamber. At which point, something in the center blips into existence. It is a small light blue light at first, and it starts to radiate outwards. It starts to encompass actually the entire circle, this circle that seems to be at least 3 meters in radius, goes ahead and starts to pulse and twist. And that entire circle actually gets bigger as well. it starts to radiate outwards past its frame towards you guys as well. As again, in the center of this circle, there comes an even more dense patch of pale blue, this time more liquid, and it seems to pulse. It seems to have a tangible substance. It goes ahead and reaches out towards the rim of this gate. And when it's done, you look at it, and it seems to be the surface of some type of water, some type of lake, some type of river, just a standing puddle that's just there. It seems like a pool of water on the vertical in the wall.
Yeah, Artemia will look at the water. We remember the words love, and if Daniel said, even though you're away, you will still be loved. He will go like, shit, as he start to look everywhere and everyone. Shit.
Artemio, what's up?
This place is more dangerous than we thought. This is more dangerous than we thought. Basically, did you love was ever taken away from you?
No.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay. Picture the passion to which a demon, one of us, can love, and he looks at Yoshi, Lily, and now he gives a glance to Daniel. This place, this is not fine. This is not fine. This is not fine at all. No.
Yeah, now I'm gonna roll for flashback.
We need to be really careful. Really careful. And I need to roll for flashback too, because this will remind me of what Artemio did on the war.
Saskia.
Yeah.
Saskia, you took time to go ahead and reconnect with your family, right?
Yeah.
Bring that difficulty down to 7, at least for the scene.
Alright.
Does Daniel?
Yeah, I got it.
I failed.
Does Daniel need to roll flashbacks as well at this point?
Do you feel particularly anxious in this situation?
Not entirely, since this is still the Shadowlands, and it's just some armor that's trying to suck the life out of things, and it's not like he hasn't seen that before.
All right. And Lily, what was the trigger for this particular flashback? Oh wait, you already made that, so that doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Artemio.
Yeah.
Flashbacks, right?
Yes.
Does everybody has that flaw?
Yep. It makes for some awesome stories.
All right. So, Artemio.
Yes.
For some strange reason, you go ahead and have a flashback. You are sent back, not centuries back, not so many centuries back, but you're thrown backwards. You had a brief moment, just ever so briefest of moments, when the body began to lose consciousness, when the attempt was actually fairly successful. You go ahead and have those same experiences again. You feel yourself getting lighter and lighter and lighter. You feel as if you're not all within your body, as if you're starting to float on to the roof of this particular bathroom that you find yourself in. And in that particular moment, you realize that you need to go back in. You need to dive back into the water. You need to do it now. You need to do it right now as all your tense and anxiety goes ahead and flares up. You need to rush back into the water, back into the water. The water is safe. The water is safe. The water is safe. As above you, there is raining down on top of you comets, meteors, asteroids. The wrath of heaven is upon you at this very, very moment. The host, she is pissed off at you. She wants to destroy you and everything that you made. All the humans around you, that tiny little village that you created for yourself, is about to get decimated in 3 seconds. And all you can do is to dive back into the water and hope to dear God, you can bring as many people as possible, because they are all running into the water, into this little lake, into this little river. They need to go, because the water is the only place safe right now. Jump, dive, jump, dive, jump, dive. At which point you start to presumably dive.
Yep.
Into the portal.
Yeah, Artemia will just, with his wild eyes, look all around him, seeing that he's not seeing neither Lily nor Daniel. He's seeing the ghosts of the past. He's just screaming, "Run, run, I will keep you safe down there. I will keep you safe down there. Just run!" And he will move his left hand, kind of grabbing someone that is not there, and he will go straight to the portal and jump.
Can we interfere? Can we try to interfere?
You can definitely try. Artemio, what's your particular... Okay, Artemio. Right now, the angels of heaven, the loyalists, are trying to grab you, trying to keep you here. They are going to punish you for loving humanity.
Yeah, Artemio is basically going into full APOC. In one burst. He's getting all of that 4 lovely dots of temporary torment.
Oh my god.
He's bursting in full APOC and he starts swiping his forearms, claws, everywhere, going, "Don't touch her! Don't touch her!" And aiming for the portal and screaming, "Run! I will be fine! Run!"
Okay. Do you want to continue with your course of action to stop him?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Artemio, go ahead and if you'd like to try to block the incoming attacks from the vengeful angels.
I'm not trying to block. I don't care for myself.
Or would you like to dodge?
I'm swiping back.
Okay, you're attacking. Whack. Fantastic.
Oh, great.
Sorry, Lily.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's like a certain Zuster scene all over again.
Yep. All right, fair enough. Go ahead and roll your attack. Lily, do you want to continue on? Because he's throwing claws at you.
Dodge.
Yeah, the first claw fails. He's using the forearms to attack, so the first claw fails.
Well, I have all my lower APOC forms except my claws. I have them activated, so that gives me the possibility to soak a little bit. And I don't trust.
Oh, well, go ahead.
What did you say? Sorry.
Nothing.
I don't trust the madman running into a portal.
Yeah, and I don't trust you stopping the madman coming from a portal. So, what are you doing?
Probably not. Okay, I'm gonna try for one more round. If you actually manage to hit me, I'll stop.
And Josh is gonna tackle you to the ground.
Bitch.
Good.
Tackle.
First attack fails. Do I carry on with the second one? Because 4 arms.
Not unless you want to.
It's 4 arms. He has them in 1 round, right?
Yeah. Say it again?
He has 4 arms. Isn't that just like 1 round?
I'm leaving it up to Artemia whether he wants to continue the attack, or if apparently one very, very brave human soul goes ahead and tackles this divine being to the ground.
Yeah,
and the portal goes ahead and screams at you, "Go! Save the others! Save the others!"
If Artemio is still seeing these ghosts and phantoms of things that were long in the past, he will try to avoid losing her again, and he will keep striking.
The woman, her, right next to you. Right next to you, still running with you. You still got her hand.
Oh, okay, then trying to break free and go to the portal.
Did anybody else try to stop him?
Daniel's like, hey, this is a portal. What the fuck is this going on? And he's literally just, what?
Alright. Nobody seems to be stopping you, Artemio.
Yep, then whoop! You see that he apparently pushed someone inside the portal, then turn around, hisses with his bifurcated tongue, and he lunges onto the portal. Like, whoop!
Alright. We will get to you in a moment. The portal remains open, but the form of Artemio in his full apocalyptic form goes ahead and disappears into the depths of this particularly dark ocean. And Josh goes ahead and extricates himself from you, Lily, and looks at you going, that was crazy.
Why did you stop me? He is crazy. We don't even know what's on the other side.
That's true, but I don't know what was wrong with him. He lost complete senses. You don't stop a man who lost his senses.
Of course you do. You try to help him. Seriously.
Well, he went complete balls into the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So, Josh, you tried to stop me before when I was acting out of control.
Can we stop the whole morality thing going on right now and try and investigate what the fuck just happened?
Right. Lily, he obviously wanted to go through that portal very, very badly.
Fine.
I don't know why, but I wasn't going to stop him.
No, I noticed.
And besides, that portal is kind of the portal that we need to go through as well. And
Okay.
Daniel will look around the room. I don't see anything else that could be particularly interesting here.
Fine. In that case, we go through. And Lily just takes up the sword again from the ground where she dropped it when she had to take the armor off.
Daniel will actually look at the armor.
The armor?
Through the portal.
The armor went ahead and blinked against the this particular gate, and it's there, but it's not there. Seems wasted.
Ooh. Okay. Daniel's gonna, as I said, he has taken his lower torment form. Actually, nobody rolled, so could somebody roll 4 dice for that?
How long are you taking with that? Because if you spend like a minute, you get it off.
Well, a minute, sure. If he'll just concentrate for a few seconds, and then just pops it.
Done.
Yay!
And Lily will march straight through or towards the portal.
To realms beyond
Josh?
this one.
There are greater worlds than these. Josh goes ahead and goes into his bag for a moment. See if he can find anything. He actually grabs a plastic bag. Goes ahead and sort of collects a lot of air around him, ties it very, very tightly, makes sure to double bag it as he goes ahead and takes a deep, deep breath and then dives in. All right.
Rope time. And glow stick time, in case we don't see anything.
Right, we'll get to that in a moment. All right. Seems like the appropriate time to switch back. Artemio, you're the first one through. As soon as your head touches that cool water, as soon as your Naga brain, as soon as your lizard and snake-like brain goes ahead and reaches the water, you become substantially more calm. You're able to take stock of these situations as you find yourself in the middle of what appears to be the bottom of some sort of lake. In front of you, there is coral in the shape of a man. Behind you, there happens to be just a small pinprick of a disturbance, and above you there seems to be a shining light, brightest light you've ever seen. And you see the statue before you extending his hands up towards it.
Yeah, Artemio feels like home, and since it's more calmer now and the flashbacks are slowly going away, he will go and inspect the statue because, hey, it's on the bottom of a lake, House of the Restless Deep, it all makes sense.
Go ahead and roll your stamina at difficulty 4.
Yeah, I thought so. And I managed to succeed that test.
Okay. You realize that the form that you are taking right now, while it is partially spiritual, it's also partially physical. And that physical body will need to breathe at some point or another. For now, you seem to be managing rather well, but I wouldn't test it. Also, all around you, you feel compressed. You feel the pressure of the ocean upon you. Your scales are protecting you quite a lot, and this is your particular domain. However, it is still uncomfortable. You've yet to get your deep sea legs back.
Artemio's psyche shatters a little bit. He's a member of the House of Restless Deep and cannot hold too much time under this kind of pressure. That's nonsense for him, but alas, he's no longer the man he used to be, so he will leave the statue alone and go for the surface, or actually for the place where this shining orb of existence is placed.
Alright, fair enough. You go ahead and make your way up. You swim your way up, and you see something far off into the distance. Actually, your natural sense of sight helps you rather greatly in this endeavor. Off in the distance, you can see the fins of a particular creature. It seems to be moving rather fast, not in your particular direction, just along the horizon. For the moment, you can only see the vaguest features of it, and the details of which make it seem to be some type of finned creature. It quickly ambushes what appears to be a collection of smaller creatures, fish if you were to guess, and from that ambush there comes a rather large amount of disturbance, and the creature goes ahead and speeds past. There is the slight, ever so slight, smell and sight of blood on the horizon as you continue to make your way up.
I will keep going up. It's simple as that.
Alright.
I'm going to suffer for this.
Go ahead and make the next stamina roll.
Ooh, amazing. Pass it again.
And again.
Okay. Ooh, it's a botch.
A botch.
Yes, sir, a botch.
Okay. Right. You are, if you were to guess, you would be about 6 to 8 meters from the surface. As you go ahead and swim your ever-living heart out, you go ahead and swim, but as you're just getting a little bit too overconfident, you go ahead and open your mouth and you actually breathe in too quickly a mouthful of water. It gets into your lungs as well as your stomach. You begin to cough rather violently. You are there. You are there. You just can't reach it. Go ahead and suffer some unsoakable bashing damage, my good sir.
Ow, how much?
Rolling. 4. 5.
Ooh,
Don't do that again, seriously.
shit. 4 uncircle. Oh, I'm wounded. Gasp! Keep
Alright.
swimming! Keep swimming! Keep swimming! God damn it!
Yeah. You keep swimming. You finally break the surface. You cough up the water you accidentally inhaled. And what you see is interesting, to say the least, as we go back down into the depths. Max, Lily, hi.
Hey! Care to tell me where I am, thanks to Dead Reckoning?
You are nowhere you've ever been before.
I am. Anywhere,
Yikes. Water.
anywhere that could potentially lend me insight to the location?
Everywhere you've ever been? Totally over there somewhere. Your sense and your
Is it
dead
east,
reckoning.
north, west, or south?
Cardinal directions.
Fair enough.
With your dead reckoning, you recognize that you are far away from most things, actually. You get this vague feeling and some pinpricks of sensation towards what appears to be above you? Fairly high above you, actually. You recognize that every place you've ever been in since you've gotten out of the pit is far, far above you, like astronomically far above you. Away into the heavens, at least. Also, you're drowning.
Stamina rolls?
Yep, make stamina rolls at difficulty, difficulty 5.
4 dice, if somebody would.
I'll get you.
Okay.
Nope, make it.
Yay.
Okay, here goes nothing. Come on. Oh, don't fail me now. I got 3 successes.
Alright. You quickly realize that you're deep underwater. You're very deep underwater. The ocean water is starting to compress around you. It's starting to be clad. You've ever been deep sea diving before? This is the kind of sensation that you're having. You're being compressed on all sides. You're being pushed. You're being compressed. You're being pressured all around you. You can barely do anything except for flail your arms. Above you, or at least before you, I should say, is this statue, this coral statue of this man who has his arms extended out and is praising something far, far above him. Far, far above him happens to be the surface.
Yay! Can I roll a very, very, very quick perception awareness on the statue?
Yeah, go ahead.
7 dice.
What's going on with your mom? Right. The statue is a statue. It is apparently composed of marble and mostly algae and reef material, sponges, that kind of thing, coral, some algae as well.
Fair enough. Upwards we go!
No, you're not gonna go upwards because I think I'm gonna try something else. Cats hate water. I want to go up, and I'm gonna use Lore of Fundaments to jump up, if I can. And I'm grabbing David and Josh in one hand, just gonna push myself off from the ground and going up.
Who's David you speak of?
Sorry, whatever your name is.
Is the statue's name David?
Yes, the statue's name is David.
It's King
Fuck
David.
you, Max.
You're very welcome.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna grab Max's character and Josh. And yes, I'll roll. Just give me a quick moment. Strength, athletics. Where is my... There's my mouse. Fucking hell, I hate slow computers. And I'm gonna spend the willpower because I really, 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 really hate water. Did I mention I really hate water?
Fair enough.
All the successes.
1, 2, fucking hell, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. So that is, was it 40 yards or 20 yards per leap? 20 yards per success. So that would be 100 yards. We're jumping 100 yards.
All right. You jump 100 yards. Fantastic. And then the water keeps pushing you down. Apparently, the inertia of water is greater than the inherent inertia of air. So, don't get quite as far as you want to, but you make it a good enough distance. You make it closer to the surface, definitely. Go ahead and start making those suffocation rolls now. As you see Josh go ahead and take some breath from the airbag that he made.
You could have
Yay! 4 dice. Also, Austin, I don't know if you know this, but if you go up too quickly in deep waters, bad things are gonna happen to you.
Oh yeah, I know.
I'm saying
Decompression sickness.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm saying this as a paddy diver.
I know, but Lily doesn't care. All she cares about is getting out of that water, quickly.
All right. You go ahead and continue to make your rise up. You continue. I assume you continue swimming up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You continue swimming up. You eventually make it just one more roll. Just one more roll. You see Artemio right there before you. He's kicking his legs. He's dog paddling water.
My giant tail, good sir.
And his giant fucking tail. Ouch.
I think what are you guys doing with the failures and the botches?
It's not a failure. That's not a botch.
Can
No, I said
roll 4
failure.
dice for
Yeah,
Daniel?
I did.
Okay,
Don't worry. All right. Lily, you're still good. Josh? Daniel? You apparently go ahead and start to spasm just a tiny bit. Your muscles get weaker as you continue to try to swim up as fast as possible, as fast as you can possibly go. You get a little bit weaker, and you don't necessarily stop, but you sort of slow down just a tiny little bit. And Josh, seeing this, will go ahead and drop his airbag that is apparently already done with, and try to help you up just a little bit with some strength and athletics, at least. All right, with 2 successes. Right, Jess goes ahead, swims over to Daniel's form, and just goes ahead and grabs you by the shirt, whatever you happen to be wearing at the moment, and just proceeds to help you along, just swim up with you. You paddle your legs to give yourself and him some momentum, as Lily will break the surface first, followed by Josh, and then quickly followed by Daniel.
Is there anything dry around?
You just went ahead and broke the surface of an ocean.
And now I'm checking around to see if there's any island, any wooden log or anything that she can sit on and be dry and not be in the freaking ocean.
Probably not.
You find yourselves in the middle of an ocean. An ocean that seems to spread out in all particular directions. You hear the slight caw of some seagulls, which is you hear the call of seagulls, which is encouraging, but besides that, yeah.
Seagulls means land.
Artem is floating in his Naga form, looking at the seagulls. Ah, just like home. Swipe tails, swipe tails, swipe tails.
Idiot! What were you doing?
Mister, I did not soak 4 bashing damage.
He will look at them, at the people, and go like, "What do you mean?"
You completely lost your shit, man.
Yeah.
What?
You attacked me.
Why would I attack you? You're spouting nonsense now. And he's very calm on that giant ocean of his, just
I just want to kick his ass at this point, really.
I
Give me a
don't
reason
have
why I should not do that.
And he goes like, "I don't have an ass that you can kick at the moment. I have just a giant tail."
I can kick that as well.
Very funny. Guys, out of character, I gotta go.
Aww.
Sorry.
We can do one of two things. We can stop here, or we can have you be NPC'd.
I don't really mind either of those. It's merely what do you guys think, Saskia, Alejandro?
I'm a Naga on a sea. Everything is okay with me. I can either keep going or stop here.
I don't particularly mind either of them as well.
All right, next.
Estico.
Yeah.
Next, when can we next get you back?
I'll be back home tomorrow, so.
All right, we will go ahead and continue this adventure then. For now, we'll go ahead and end the scene with a little bit of cinematic narrative. Here we end the scene. In the middle of an ocean. In the middle of a restless sea. Where we are is entirely unknown. Where we are going is not necessarily known either. All we see here is just endless waves of ocean. As Josh Rain proceeds to produce out of his bag something that looked plastic, looked like it had a cord attached to it, and he just goes ahead and pulls it, inflating what apparently is some sort of life-saving device. Particularly a floating life-saving device, and just sort of hangs on to it. Good night, everybody.